Hello, you awesome friends. My name is Edward, and welcome to our Central Coast New South Wales lockdown Zoom. Can you please unmute for the moment and give the person next to you a round of applause? So, big thank you.
Woohoo!
So good having you with us. Honoured to have you all here. Now, just to let you know what's happening, big apologies from legendary Elizabeth Houghton. Elizabeth Houghton, being the brave woman she is that loves her community, she went and got her second shot today. And I have a feeling the second shot hit her like a cricket ball to the head. So poor Elizabeth, she's all right. She's a little bit tired from the vaccine. So she said to Annette and I, guys, can you please handle a Zoom tonight? And so I'm honoured just to fill in for her. So just let you know, this is our Central Coast networking Zoom. This is a lockdown Zoom that we're just doing in the interim until we get back to our face-to-face meetups. And just let you know, it is being recorded, so please keep it clean and positive. And also to please use the chat. Use the chat to say hello. Share your LinkedIn links, connect with each other. You can private message each other on Zoom, which is incredible. And the other thing as well is we're an open and inclusive business network. So feel free to promote all the different things that you do. You're very welcome to promote your own network and whatever you do. So just want to say a big welcome and just so honored to have you with us. Now, first things first, Annette's one of our legendary group leaders with Elizabeth. So I just want to reach out to wonderful Annette and say hello. Annette, how are you doing, my friend?
Oh, hi, Ed. Hi, everyone. I'm doing really well today. I'm enjoying the beautiful Central Coast sunshine. Getting dinner ready for the kids and, doing all those wonderful, fun things that you do as a parent.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Now, can you tell us a bit about what you do? I've seen some cool stuff about tarot cards and your coaching lately. Tell us a bit about what you're up to.
Yeah, so most people know I work with women who have gone through emotional abuse, but I've also been doing tarot for about 25 years. So I've decided to incorporate all of that into something really cool. So I'm now offering tarot readings with a twist. So it's going to be tarot and coaching combined. So it's looking really good. I mean, obviously we look at what's going on in your life, what problems you've got going on, and we work through that, providing guidance and clarity. So that's kind of what I'm here for. And I'm doing some other cool things too. I'm running a workshop next week to help you build your LinkedIn following, because I've just passed 55,000. So I wanted to share my awesome secrets with everyone.
55,000. Very few people in the world get above 20,000. So if you cross 20,000 followers, you're up there. So power to you, Annette.
Yeah, thanks. So that's about me. And I live in Woy Woy on the Central Coast.
Now, I love Woy Woy. Now, on a funny note, can I tell you something funny about Woy Woy, right?
Yeah.
I went to Woy Woy probably pre-lockdown, probably about 3 or 4 months ago. Pardon me. And I actually did all these photos in a full Google review of Woy Woy Station. So if you go to Woy Woy Station on Google, it's all my photos on there. So because I knew I'll probably never go back to Woy Woy Station in my life, so I did a whole Google review. I was there, but I love Woy Woy. It's a beautiful place. I know it's a lot of Central Coast people bag Woy Woy, but I think it's awesome.
Well, Amir, as Amir says, he goes to me, Woy Woy was so great, named it twice, so it's Woy and Woy. So
there you go. Woy Woy sounds like two brothers, like a sitcom, the Woy Woy brothers or something. I don't know. There you go. There you go. And Annette, before you go, what are your tips for everyone to really get the most out of the Zoom experience?
Look, my number one tip is to, if you can, organize a Zoom coffee or a catch-up and get to know someone you haven't met before on Zoom. So that's my number one tip. Book in a coffee, maybe a coffee with everyone once a week. I'm not sure, whatever floats your boat. Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. Annette, we love you. Can we give Annette a round of applause? Annette, a big thank you. And we're very lucky to have our legendary group leader for our Sydney meetup, which we actually go back to our Sydney face-to-face meetup on Friday, the 22nd of October at 2:30 p.m. in Barangaroo. So if you want to come to Sydney, let me know. We've got the May Chang with us. How are you, May Chang? How's life? What's going on in your neck of the woods?
All the better from seeing all these wonderful faces here. And Sydney, the weather has been good, and we're still kind of counting down to, on October the 11th, we're just going to let it rip and party on, as long as you know the rules.
I gotcha.
20 people outdoor, we're all right. Or invite 5 visitors indoor and still party on. So thank you, Ed. So as the Sydney, one of the Sydney leaders, love to welcome as many of you who can make it down here if there's travel possibilities, because face to face is definitely, just a different way of seeing each other in a 3 dimension, right? And also holding a real glass of drink. So love it that we can huddle here. And I think in terms of a networking tip, Ed, is like bringing that whole personality. Even in this contained 1 hour, there are many different dimensions we can project ourselves and still be very authentic.
Ooh. And very quickly, May, thank you. Can you tell us a little bit about what you do as well?
Sure. So I'm in brand planning, but I love the marketing implementation. So I work with small businesses as well as, and particularly for for profits, because that is. Actually, Julie just distracts me with this beautiful book.
There's your book. There's your book.
I recently published a book, and it's on brand and marketing. And the crux of it is that each of us have one brand and more. So let them come out to play where appropriate. And particularly if you can, find out what your passion project is and if it embraces your work, how beautiful, because you don't feel like working. You actually are enjoying what you do. And that comes across so beautifully when you engage with your clients and with, the community. You can come out to play even more joyfully. So thank you, Ed.
Oh, pleasure. And also too, mate, you're an amazing networker. Can you give us some networking tips for everyone to get the most out of the Zoom?
I think with Zoom, right, sometimes we have so many things that we would like to say out in that, 30 seconds or 40 seconds, that, just go in with one message that whether it's just to build a relationship, offer a glimpse of yourself, and scan around the room. There's likely to be some who are more kind of aligned to either your values, the way we behave, the way we talk, etc., that piques your interest. And then, as Annette says, go out and have a virtual coffee or a real coffee if you can, because you never know how, once you make an impression on someone, that in the subconscious, they are likely to think about you when they see opportunities. Thank you, Ed.
Well said. Round of applause to May. We love you, May. And I noticed we've got the legendary Alexander Kittle from wonderful Canberra on the line. And I'm very excited because I miss Canberra, and hopefully I'll be able to get in there next month to run our meetup. And Alexander, how are you doing? How's life, my friend?
I've actually got square eyes today. I've done about 8 product reviews that I had to watch. So October is traditionally called Techtober in the ICT land. So everyone punches out all their reviews and all the embargoes are lifting. So yeah, it was a lot of product learning today about what's new and what's coming out and what am I allowed to sell, what am I not allowed to sell, and what's coming up on the roadmap in the future. So it's been a busy day with webinars.
Is that the same for video games as well? Because I noticed that NVIDIA did a big update. Microsoft did a big update. Is that to do with video games and graphics too? Because I'm getting all these weird updates that are coming through now.
Yeah, so September, October seems to be when everyone wants to release all their new products. Apple, Samsung, Microsoft. You've got Google in 2 weeks' time, NVIDIA, and of course AMD with their Ryzen products and their GPUs as well. So yeah, it all happens at this hour of the month. And then of course Windows 11 launched today as well. So those that want to update to Windows 11, you get to do all that stuff from today as well.
I don't know. I'm terrified of upgrading to Windows 11. I'm worried that nothing will work again. I remember once upgrading to Windows Vista, and I don't know if anyone knows about Windows. Amar knows what I'm talking about. Windows Vista destroyed my PC, and I don't know. I'm just having this weird Windows Vista flashback. Am I wrong, Alexander?
Oh, look, I did Windows 95, which was worse than Vista, right? I'm a little bit older than you, so I remember going from Windows 3.11 to Windows 95, and that was a culture shock just there. And yeah, Vista was the nightmare. Then we went to 98 SE. But these days, they're a lot more stable. So if your computer offers you the update, just hit the button.
Okay. Now, and Alexander, thank you. Tell us a bit about you, my friend. I mean, obviously, you're a massive ICT specialist. Tell us about you and what you're trying to do. What are you up to?
So let's see, massive ICT trusted advisor. My plan is to relocate back home to Sydney from my original hometown since 1974. So definitely looking for a leadership role or another ICT consultancy role in Sydney moving forward. Here in Canberra, our company, as well as supplying ICT products, is also managed service provider to all the independent schools in Canberra, or to most of them. So we look after all their internet stuff and help them. We actually developed a really good set of protocols to do remote learning from home in the independent schools, because the ACT government said, good luck, have fun.
Yeah, wow. Oh, beautiful. Sounds good. But thank you, Alexander. And just want to say we appreciate it. Can we give Alexander a round of applause? And it's really good. A big thank you. Just so if you've just come in, this is being recorded, so please keep it all clean and positive, and share your links, share your LinkedIn links and connect. Now, Alexander reminded me, and a few people asked me, just to let you know, Talking Sydney, I've just shared the link right now. So on Friday, the 22nd of October at 2:30 p.m. in Sydney, we've got our first Sydney face-to-face meetup in forever. And it's being hosted at Victory Offices Barangaroo. So if you're interested, all you do is just open that meetup link and just click book in right now. So I just want to get the Sydney in before I forget. And before I forget as well, what I also want to share with you, legendary winners, is our next Central Coast meetup. So the next link is our next Central Coast meetup. This is on 6:30 p.m. Wednesday, the 3rd of November. Now, it's right now listed as a Zoom. This will probably be a face-to-face. So whether it's a face-to-face or a Zoom, I'm not completely sure yet. It'll probably be a face-to-face, which means I'll be able to visit you guys in Central Coast, which I'm pumped for. So just make sure you book into it now, just so you're on the system, and I'll let you know what's happening. Is it going to be a Zoom? Will it be a face-to-face? And just let you know as well, the date might also move as well, because if we're going face-to-face, the Foundry, who's our host, they might change it. So just book in for it now, but you can just bear with us because we just don't know what's happening with everything that's going on. But just book in so you're in the system. So big thank you. Now I just want to open up to the floor. Now, what I was going to say is, if you want to say hello to the room, then and again, you can say hello, you can keep it personal, you can talk about your business. If you're from other networking groups, feel free to promote it. We are open and inclusive. So yeah, if you want to speak, the best thing to do is, because it's actually a small group, we'll go to what we call hot mic mode. Hot mic mode is when anyone can talk. So all you do is unmute and talk, but of course be respectful. So first in, best served. So usually if we get under 15, I go to hot mic mode. Above that, I then control it. So we're going to go to hot mic mode. All you want to do is just unmute. The first one to speak wins. And of course, just be respectful of each other and make sure you don't talk over each other. So hot mic mode, whoever speaks first wins. So after you, everyone.
Can I talk?
Okay, I'll speak. Oh, that lady can, Annie.
That's okay. You go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my name is Eben Florence. I wear 2 hats. So I wear a hat of living illumination, which is living life lightly and putting you back into the business of your life. And I also, work with energy awareness workshops and how you can bring your energy up and what brings it down and how you can step out of chaos to calm. So there's tranquility workshops for people. And then there's a powerful business of life workshop where you can find out about your personality type, which might be your executive gift, your intuitive gift, your leadership gift, or your unfolding of your feeling, which is the doers of the world. So that's a powerful workshop. And yeah, I'd like to hear from everyone else as well. I can send you the link.
Can I ask you a question, Eben?
Yep, go ahead.
What are the top things that lower one's energy and the top things that raise one's energy? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this one.
Okay. Well, many things can lower people's energy. So as you can imagine, it could be the environment. It could be, might be family events that happen. It might be absorbing yourself in too much media.
Yeah.
So this is about, identifying your energy and your uniqueness and how you can bring it up and get your energy high all the time, even if there's a chaos or world crisis going on. You can bring up your positivity, your clarity. There's a particular Business of Life workshop that can identify what is your inner wisdom and what is your, outer confusion, and how you can stand on top of your world and be on purpose. So you can connect with your own guides and connect with a higher energy all the time. So, yeah, go for it, and I can send you the link.
Oh, my God. Pleasure.
Yeah.
Round of applause to Eben. Please share your links, Eben. Great to connect. And we're in hot mic mode, so please just one at a time. Unmic and go for it. Unmute and go for it. Go for it.
I might go next. Hi, my name's Annie. I'm in Melbourne, lockdown Melbourne. It's broken the record for the most lockdown city in the whole wide world. Yay! Anyway, we are a bit over it in Melbourne, but another 3 weeks and we'll be free. I'm an author. I wrote a book called The Strength Within. About my journey, I'm a 3 times cancer survivor. First diagnosed 41 years ago, but don't dwell on the disease. I think about overcoming challenges and adversity and resilience and hope. And my story, I'm also a public speaker, so if anyone would like me at their event to speak about resilience, I'm available. And I'm also just did an interview in America, actually, that I shall put in the chat. You can have a look at that. It's on YouTube, and it's a good insight about me and my story. But I'm also a part-time Central Coaster because my daughter lives on the Central Coast, and I go up there quite regularly, normally. And she is planning on coming to your meetings once the kids go back to school. So, so you might see her along the way. And so thank you.
Isn't Central Coast such a beautiful place? I miss it. I love going to the Central Coast.
Magnificent. They're only 5 minutes from the beach at Copacabana. So magnificent spot.
Oh, there you go. Round of applause.
28 degrees yesterday.
Jealous. Jealous. Round of applause to you, Annie. Big welcome to Annie, and thank you. And up again, please share your links. And we're in hot mic mode, so please just unmute and go for it. First in, be respectful. Go for it, everyone.
I'm going next. Okay, g'day everybody. I'm in lockdown Melbourne as well, out in the west near Geelong. I like Annie, I'm over it as well. I'm an author. First of all, I should say thank you to Annette for a great interview this morning. That was fantastic. I'm looking forward to seeing it when it gets published. So thank you, Annette. I'm an author. I've got 10 published ebooks. I've completed number 11, and I've also written a 7 cleaning tips blog book as well. But at the moment, I'm trying to get my candle making business established. This is my favorite candle. This one I actually made it 12 months ago. It's called the Kelly Stainsby candle. It smells beautiful. And what I'm doing with the business partners, it's $25 to become a business partner, but you actually get my novels and the free blog book for free as my real surname. Because next year I'm changing my surname to Seymour.
Ooh, so Mel Seymour, yeah?
Always interested. I'll put a link in that. Interested. And I also offer, Melissa always winning Seymour. So I've got to come to Sydney for a few days to go to BDM in Chippendale. So I'm also offering a 30-minute Zoom chat with anybody. I'm stuck in lockdown for the next 3 weeks. I need people to talk to.
And you do that Mel Talk show, don't you? Is it that
yes.
Mel Talk show? What is that?
Melissa's Casual Chats.
Yeah.
People that want to come on and just chat. And that's been a guest. She was a guest a few weeks ago. We just come on, have a casual chat, and then I just upload it to YouTube, and it's all done. To answer your question, Julie, my mother's surname was Seymour, but there is also another author by the name of Melissa Jensen, who actually lives in San Francisco. So that's the reason why I'm doing the change. So it's because a lot of people seem to think, oh, okay, going to look out for Melissa Jensen on Smashwords, but they find the other one. They don't find my book. So it's easier for me to go and just do the change to make it a lot easier and everything like that. But yeah, so I'm super pumped for 2022. And I know that things are going to be fantastic. So great to be here again. And hopefully I will get to the Central Coast sometime next year. I am going to miss these Zooms. I will miss them. But yeah, so. Oh, yes, Julie, I'd love some too. Thank you. Hand it over.
There we go. Yeah, Julie's having a wonderful evening over there. I like it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Go off mute, Julie.
There we go. We haven't had anyone light a joint on our Zooms yet. Apparently, it's only a matter of time till someone lights a joint, so stay tuned for that one. There you go. So, Mel, could you round of applause? It's hot mic mode, so please just speak. First one in wins. So hot mic mode, everyone.
I'm happy to go next if no one else is.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi there. So first time here, although I've done a lot of networking. I'm actually dialing in from Wollongong, so we're week 16 lockdown. But we don't hold the record to Melbourne, so you've got one over there. So I'm a Pathways Project Officer for 4 Flexi Learning Centres. These are alternative high schools for young people with mental health and other challenges where they may struggle in mainstream high schools. So I have a school in St Lawrence in Newcastle, hence why I'm here. St Mary's in Sydney, Wollongong, which is where I live, and down near Eden as well. So I normally flip between the 4, but obviously with lockdown, I haven't been able to go anywhere. So yeah, and really it's just trying to network to see whether or not we can connect to see if we can get work experience or opportunities, or trying to see if we can give some of these young people chances in life that perhaps maybe they don't get. We do feed these young people as well, 3 meals a day, because often due to disadvantaged backgrounds, they may not necessarily be able to have healthy food. So we kind of do quite a lot for them, but also referrals as well. So if you know of any young people that perhaps between the ages of 12 to 16 who are struggling at high school, perhaps maybe need an alternative way of learning, then they can come along to our Flexi Learning Centre. They may stay on a short term and then feel confident to go back to high school, or they may stay the duration and then go on to other learning afterwards. So that's what I do.
Oh, wow. Just on that note, I just had a sublime thought. Do you know Mel Archer, who's she owns the Foundry co-working space in Central Coast?
I don't know. I'm not up there that much, unfortunately. I am in Newcastle in December, though, because we have some professional development going on. So if anyone is around, I'm more than happy to catch up then. But no, I don't know many people up that way.
Well, what I'll do now, and this goes for everyone, by the way, what I'm doing now is... actually, does everyone mind if I just share screen for the moment? This is actually quite relevant. So if everyone doesn't mind, I'll just do a quick share screen. So I'll just show you this one. This is a lady who I'd love you all to connect with. I'll just pop the link in the Zoom chat. So her name's Mel Archer. Now, big shout out to Mel Archer. So Mel Archer is an amazing lady, heart of gold. She's had her own mental health challenges. So she also talks a lot of mental health challenges. Amazing lady, a lot of respect for her. So she's actually our host for the Central Coast. So she runs a really nice co-working space in Erina in New South Wales Central Coast, which is about 5-10 minutes away from Gosford. And yeah, it's a really nice co-working space. Now, obviously, it's shut down now because of lockdowns, but I imagine she'll be opening up next week. So this is where we host our face-to-face Central Coast events. So yeah, what I encourage you to do, if you haven't already, please connect with Mel. Just tell her you heard her on the Zoom. And also jump on Facebook and Instagram as well. Mel's not that active on LinkedIn, in honesty. She's more active through the Foundry co-work on Insta and Facebook. So make sure you follow there. But I was just going to say, in your case, legendary Sarah, you definitely want to connect with her for a lot of reasons. This woman knows everyone. She's a real community leader in the Central Coast. So you definitely want to connect with her. And in terms of work experience opportunities, she may have a lot of them available. She knows all the business people in town. So for you, Sarah, she'd be a great local influencer for you to connect with.
That would be great. And work experience doesn't have to be like a whole week. It can be like an hour a week or whatever else. Some of these young people don't get many chances. So it's really just trying to connect them with the outer world and make sure that that transition from when they're ready to leave school onto further learning or employment, they have that smooth transition. So any form of a work experience would be fantastic.
Oh, it's a pleasure. And great to have you with us. A big thank you, Sarah. Appreciate it. Round of applause to you, Sarah. There you go. There you go. Pleasure. Hot mic, if you want to speak, please just go for it.
I'll jump in.
Oh, Stephanie first. Stephanie just got in first.
You beat me to it.
Sorry, Julie.
No, go, Steph.
So my name's Stephanie. I'm from Beyond Care. We're an NDIS service provider, currently based in Sydney and looking to expand into the Central Coast, surrounding areas there as well. So I guess I'm looking to network with any other, relevant, I guess there could be lots of other relevant people to network with, looking even for referrals. If you know anyone that has an NDIS plan that needs things like support coordination, in-home support, independent living options, accommodation options, just kind of getting to network around and see kind of who's in the area around there.
Oh, pleasure. Just on that note, Stephanie, definitely you want to talk to Mel Archer. For you, no-brainer Mel Archer.
Yeah.
Just to the other woman I want to refer everyone to as well, and I thought I'd do a quick shout for Elizabeth Houghton. Elizabeth Houghton, who couldn't make it tonight because she's still regenerating from getting a second COVID shot today. So Elizabeth Houghton, and definitely, Stephanie, you want to connect with this lady too, but everyone, this is Elizabeth Houghton. She's an amazing lady. She's a career coach and she's very well networked, and she's the group leader for our Central Coast meetup. And so she'll be on back on deck as soon as possible. So if you haven't already, make sure you connect with Elizabeth Houghton as well. She is an absolute winner. So make sure you connect with Elizabeth, and definitely in your case, I think as well, very relevant to you, Stephanie.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, pleasure. Round of applause. And what's your last name, by the way? Can you share your LinkedIn profile so we can connect with you, Stephanie?
I will. Thank you.
There's a round of applause to you, Stephanie. Julie, you were next. You're next in line, Julie Watson.
Okay. Hi. Thanks, Stephanie. I do know someone I mentioned in the comments that you might want to connect with on the Central Coast. She works with NDIS and things like that. Anyway, we can connect separately. I couldn't find you in the chat, though. I don't know why, Edward. Anyway, I wanted to talk about networking and also social enterprise. So I'll start with networking. So the value I get from networking is never, I think we all know this, that the people that network a lot, we know we're not out there for a sale. We're out there to connect. And let me tell you that I started networking about bit over 20 years ago. And I ran for council a few years ago, and I've had people that I networked with handing out how to vote cards for me because they knew my character, they knew what I stood for. I've been on an overseas trip with someone who I networked with for a while. We used each other's services. We didn't see each other for a while, but we stayed in touch. And the next thing you know, we're overseas doing the trip of a lifetime, 2 single women. And we were working both remotely from Croatia for 3 months.
Did you hit all the bars, the clubs, that sort of thing?
Oh, yeah, sure. We were on a $10 a day budget.
Yeah, sexy man, that sort of thing. Sexy Croatian guys,
No, but we were there during the Soccer World Cup in Croatia when Croatia were in the grand final. It was awesome. So there were burnouts in the street. It was amazing.
Well, it sounds like a lot of sin and debauchery. I like it.
But the thing is, we got up every morning at 5 and we did our work, and then we had lunch at home, and then we went off exploring for the rest of the day. So, but that was through networking. We didn't ask for anything from each other. We just, the relationships that you form and the people I've met through her is incredible. And the people I've met May, and, I read May's book, and it was, well, actually, I haven't read it. I'm reading it. And, I wanted to post that up there on Facebook, not because May asked me to, but because it's amazing. So they're the sort of things from networking that you just, I don't ask anything from anyone. They don't ask. I mean, we might sometimes. I've done a few little walkie-talkies with a few people that I've met on here. And yeah, so networking is amazing. But the other thing is about having a business where you feel, and this happens, I shouldn't say always, it's not always women, but it seems to be more prominent with women, where we have this problem with asking for money or to be paid for our services. And we know how good we are, but we want to help. And we think, how can I ask for money to help you? You're a person that really needs help. How can I ask for money? So, I just wanted to say to everyone, ask for money from the people who can afford to pay you, so that your ultimate goal of helping people can be achieved, because you fill up your cup. You've got the money then to say, here's my chosen charity and I donate to this. And you may have more than one that you choose, but you have to have an abundance mindset that what you do is worthwhile. And it's a huge message that I've learned over the years, and I learned it too late. Well, not too late, I shouldn't say that. I learned it too late. I wish I learned it earlier, is what I should say.
Yeah.
But
it's funny you say that, because I was just going to say, Julie, that, I mean, the majority of our clients are women. About 80% of our clients are women. And, I hate to say it, it's something that definitely affects women more. You're right. Women just don't feel comfortable asking for money. And I'm glad that you're identifying that serious issue, Julie. Yeah, it's definitely worthwhile. And what I do, as you know, is set up people to do their own panel discussions, to actually speak up and say, hey, here I am, come and pick me. I'm an expert and I collaborate with people, and I bring you panels of discussions about your topic, answering your questions, and I'm worthwhile watching. And you've got to get that mentality, and I think it's so important. So, and love to Mel Van Deventer. It's a mouthful, but so Mel and I have just collaborated as well and started working together. So hi, Mel. Well, that's a good segue into legendary Mel, isn't it? Good segue.
Might be. Sorry, Mel.
Yeah, you dubbed him Mel. So, but Julie, before you go, Julie, when's our panel coming up? Have you got any dates for our panel yet? The one that you had to move due to lockdowns?
Well, I was going to send it out today, but you'll get it tomorrow. So it's going to be later this month or early next month.
Ooh.
Yeah, at Barangaroo as well.
There you go. So this Persian guy over here is guest starring in Julie's panel, and I'm looking forward to it. So there you
go. Me too.
Oh, beautiful. Round of applause to Julie. Big thank you. We're going to take a photo shortly. So we'll get Mel first, and then we'll take a photo after Mel. Mel, we've shared similar tastes in artwork, I've noticed.
We do. I had mine down for a while. I repainted the whole house in COVID lockdown, our 16 or so weeks were going on. And I thought I'd put that back up. So taste is good. And thanks for the shout out, Julie. I'm really looking forward to working with you. And Stephanie, I'd love to connect with you as well, just over some NDIS networking. I can definitely help you in that space. I've sent you a connection on LinkedIn. So for those who don't know me, my name's Mel Van Deventer. Julie definitely got that right. It is a tongue twister. I run two businesses. So I launched a couple of months ago a business called Numberkind. So it's mind, body, yoga and meditation. And I've just launched this past week my corporate services to go with that, in terms of I have a few clients who are running under corporate umbrella, but I've really seen an insight that businesses are looking for this for their employees, whether they're going back into the office space as we head out for Freedom Day, those who are going for Freedom Day now, or those who are going in December. I don't discriminate. I say anyone gets their Freedom Day whenever they choose to decide. So we're doing there's a promotional kind of startup rates running on that at the moment. If anyone works in a business, whether you're a smaller team or a larger team, you can feel free to reach out. If you just go to numberkind.com, and I'll pop some links in the chat for everyone. And the second business I run is a creative consultancy. So I'm a marketing and brand strategist, web designer, copywriter, all the lovely online things that kind of scare the crap out of some people. I love to do them. So, and based on feedback and a little bit of intuition I've been sitting with for a while, given no one can pronounce my name, I'm actually rebranding my Mel van der Venter studio to relaunch this month under Insightful Creative. So you'll find me there moving forward. But yeah, that's a little bit of me in a nutshell. I work with wellness businesses, NDIS businesses, and those who are really looking at positive impact for community. So those giving back and really trying to engage. And I have a lot of female as well as male clients. So I tend to go full spectrum there. But anyone who's kind of in that space, even if you're just looking for some informative blog posts, there'll be more of that content coming on my new sites as I roll across in the next few weeks. So lots of exciting things ahead. And Edward, always really appreciative of this space to share. So thank you.
Oh, Mel, big round of applause. Big round of applause to you, Mel. Now we're going to continue the hot mic, but if we can, I just want to grab a quick group photo of everyone. So best thing to do is turn on your webcam. And the best way of doing a group photo is let Sarah finish eating her legendary dinner. That's all right. So all you do with a group photo is the best way to do is look directly into your camera lens, just so your eyes are on camera, and do something cool and hold the pose so I can get a good shot. So hold the pose, everyone. 3, 2, 1. A big smile. Beautiful. I'll show everyone the photo. Make sure you're all happy. So I'll just go share screen. Are we all happy with the photo, friends? There we go. What do we all think? I think we all look beautiful. So there we go. We look good. Annette's showing some love. Mel's in the zone. Simon's here. Alexander Kittle. There you go. Great shot, everyone. Oh, sorry. I just realized. Oh, no, I can move that. I just realized the hand icon was on Poor Strangers Group's head, but I just moved that. There you go. That's all I like, snag it. So, no, thank you, everyone. Sounds good. Let's continue the hot mic. So, yeah, hot mic, please just go for it. Be respectful. So, first one in wins. So, let's continue the hot mic, everyone. Floor is yours.
Yeah, just a quick one for Stephanie. I don't know if you've already got it. Last year, I worked with a startup NDIS. They were looking for that specific NDIS CRM scheduling software. Since I've got all that information, if that's something that you need to know, just send me a message and I'm more than happy to reshare that information for you. It's a product that we don't sell, but I've done all the hard work with some good recommendations. So if that's something that you need to implement, I'm happy to share those links with you to do some research and save you some time.
Wonderful.
Alexander, thank you. Just a quick one. Your audio is playing up a little bit. Maybe just check your settings. So you sounded a bit like a Dalek and your audio was perfect before. So it must be Zoom doing something weird.
Running out of battery on my laptop, that's what it is.
Oh, yeah, too easy. But yeah, Alexander, great man. Alexander, we love you. Hot mic, everyone, go for it.
I may go next, Ed, just because my wife is waiting for me with a glass of wine. So, hi, everyone. Good to see you and nice to meet you all. My name is Iman, living in Central Coast, Terrigal for past 7-8 months and enjoying it. I'm a tech entrepreneur, mainly doing IT startups. Now I'm running a business called Agile Analytics, small boutique consulting, about 25-30 people, and growing that business. Nice to meet you all. And yeah, hopefully I see you in person, some of you, in the next meetup.
And for the sake of it, I'm half Persian. You're a full Persian, aren't you? You're like, I'm a day walker. You're the full-on Persian, aren't you, Iman?
Yes, I am.
There you go. There you go. But now, pumped to see you soon, Iman. And Iman, round of applause. He's a very kind man. There you go. Yeah, hot mic. Go for it, everyone. Hot mic.
Happy to go. Hi, everyone. My name is Julian. I'm dialing from the beautiful Melbourne, most livable city in the world, even for COVID. COVID doesn't want to move. Anyway, background is marketing, but as many people the last 18 months, we've reassessed what's really important for us. And I decided to, I made sure that my priority and what makes me fulfill is actually when I help and empower people. I decided to shift gear, and I'm now helping people with disability find work. So not on the NDIS, but on the DES platform, which is essentially people access to be able to work at least 8 hours a week. And essentially that's something which, brings me to life. And I'm here to learn. I'm here to meet, mingle with new people, and really happy to be here.
Oh, Julian, welcome. I got to say, round of applause to you, Julian. And Julian just reminded me as well, before I forget, just so you know, again, for this Central Coast, this is probably our last Central Coast lockdown Zoom. We're going to go back to face-to-face, but don't worry about a thing. Just to let you know, what we do is every week, Thursday, 8 p.m. Sydney time, we run our international networking Zoom. So lockdown or not, we're always doing our networking Zoom on Thursday. So we're on tomorrow night. If you want to all join, and this goes for you too as well, Julian. If you want to join us for the international networking Zoom, every Thursday, 8 p.m. Sydney time. It's the same Zoom link that you used here, but you can book in on that Meetup link I joined. So Julian, I think that one might be really good for you as well.
That was great. Thank you.
And welcome everyone. Hot mic, keep the conversation going. Anyone? Hot mic? Unmute and go for it. You don't have to ask me, just unmute and start talking. Hello? Anyone?
I would love to hear Simon Bolden talk a little bit about his fabulous workshop on Saturday.
I'll second that.
Thanks, May. Well, firstly, I appreciate that, and so, I would like to say hello to everyone on the Central Coast. When do you guys come out of lockdown?
Is it the same as Sydney? It's just Wednesday 11th. Yeah, it's all New South Wales. So
is it next
Monday the 11th?
Next Wednesday. Yeah, okay.
Is it Wednesday? What's the 11th? Hang on. That's Monday, I think.
No, it's Monday. Don't make it any longer. Monday.
Monday, we're free.
For those that don't know, I'm actually in Melbourne, and we're coming out of lockdown in about 2026.
Yeah.
So it's a pain in the bum, but anyway, we can't do anything about it. But good luck to you guys on the Central Coast. I'm glad you've got your Freedom Day. And so as May said, and thank you, May, for booking in. I really appreciate it, and looking forward to Saturday. I'm running a masterclass for business owners that have perhaps lost a little bit of control in with this COVID. So it's getting back to basics. And I've got a number of different marketing strategies that I've used over 25 years as a marketing business coach that I am going to share with you that are absolutely gold. And it'll show you how I created my business and how I've created thousands of other businesses. And you can take these away and use them yourself. And I guarantee the success. So the workshop is on Saturday between 10 a.m. and 11:30. It's a Zoom, obviously. And I'd love to see a few more faces. We've got quite a few booked in already, but looking forward to rolling that out and helping a few of these guys get back on track.
Oh, it's a pleasure. And just a shout out for Simon. Simon is also our group leader for our Melbourne Meetup community. So if you are in Melbourne, definitely reach out to Simon. And thanks for all the great work you do for us in Melbourne. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no, we've got a great team in Melbourne. It's myself, Naomi J, and Tremaine Murphy and Adrian Lee. So we all get on exceptionally well, and we love running our meetups in Melbourne.
Yeah, pleasure. Now I was going to say, can you share a booking link or whatever for your workshop so people can check it out?
Yes, I will do that. I'll pop it into the chat.
Excellent. And another thing as well, I was originally hoping to fly down to Melbourne in November, but Simon pushed back on me and said, dream on, buddy. So hopefully I can get into Melbourne in December this year. I mean, I'm talking this year, December this year, to clarify my position on that.
You're better off in December, and I'm only just, as we spoke earlier today, that would be probably more likely for you. I don't want you to go and book a ticket and then have to cancel it.
Yeah. Now, Virgin's pretty good. I got about $300 on Virgin credit right now. So there you go. Oh, God.
I appreciate it, and hello, everyone.
Oh, love your work. Round of applause to Simon. Hot mic, everyone. Feel free to go for it. Keep the conversation going. Hot mic.
Just a question, is the 11th the whole of New South Wales or just Sydney?
Whole New South Wales.
Oh, really? Oh, that's great.
So I'm going to be Just so you know, on a funny note, because I'm an essential worker and our post office box is in the city, right? And of the few times I go to the city, it's a bit like a video game. It's just like wandering around a lonely city on my own. So it's going to be weird going back to Sydney with other people around. I don't know how to relate. Like I'm just used to wandering around on my own like a post-apocalyptic adventure. So I don't know how to handle it. It's just going to be weird seeing other people in Sydney. One time I had to go into the CBD because I had to get legal documents anyway. And it was, I think it was on a Tuesday. It might have been Tuesday. And it was just a video game. It was just seriously wandering around. It was just nobody. And it was very cool, actually. It was actually really spooky and really cool. So but anyway, next week will be actual other people. It won't just be me going to the city anymore. So I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, but hot mic, everyone. Feel free to say hello and go for it.
Hot mic again. So I want to give a shout out to Julie Watson because her book has now come on as paperback as well as Kindle. So can't wait to receive a personal autograph copy, my dear friend, because, and I do encourage, if ever you guys ever believe that you may have a chapter in you, maybe think about writing a book. Is quite therapeutical. Isn't it?
That's good. Who was your friend with the book? What was the friend's name again, mate?
Say it.
You mentioned a name. What was that name again?
Oh, I say Julie.
Julie.
Julie has actually have her book now in paperback. Previously, it was a Kindle version, right?
That's right.
Yeah. So it's called Innovation Ideas.
Innovation Secrets.
Secrets. Oh, there you go. Even better.
And it's a multi-author book. And I always recommend you read it from back to front because my chapter's at the end. Good
Save
idea.
the best for the last.
That's right.
Bravo. You got to flash it out for us.
It was Joanne Martin was the publisher from Golden Earth Publishing.
Oh, it's in Jo Martin. There you go. Legendary Jo.
Yeah, so you'd know her. And she did a great job. It was really good. So she got us to #1 international bestseller, USA, UK, in about 10 different business categories. So it was really cool.
I was actually on the phone with Jo this morning. We were on the phone for 45 minutes. It was good this morning.
I'm actually interviewing Jo next week.
Oh, well,
yeah, there you go.
You can tell her that we're all talking about her behind her back.
Yeah.
In the nicest way.
Nice lady, true patriot, loves Australia. So I'm a huge fan of Jo Martin. There you go. Hot mic, anyone? Please go for it. Hot mic.
I'd like to know a bit more about what Alexander does, if he's actually still sitting there. I'm not sure if he's...
I'm here. I've just had to turn my camera off because I'm running out of battery.
Audio's good now. Your audio's good now, Alexander. Good audio.
That's all right. Tech work. I'll just fix it while I'm at it.
So I just wondered exactly what you do again, because it was IT something, and straight away I kind of switch off a little bit. But I do need IT people and information, and I just thought I'd ask you what you do.
Because we're so far away at the moment, you can use me as your little IT trusted advisor. So if you're unsure of what you need, what you'd like to do, what are your business outcomes, what do you want your IT to do in your business, feel free to reach out and ask me. If I can supply the hardware, I'm happy to give you a quote. If we can supply the services, I'm happy to give you a quote or refer you to someone up in your area that we trust.
Okay.
So you want a new laptop, want a new mobile phone, you want to make it all work together, which is the best cloud platform to use, best software. I do all of it, basically.
Okay. So you work with people that help develop websites and things?
No, I don't do the websites. I keep away from that. We do all the hardware end. And I think with the larger organisations that can't manage their own systems, we manage them as on contract. So they don't have to employ their own IT people, but I supply and deliver hardware services. So you want to buy a new computer, we'll do the services to set it up, to make it work for you from day one, rather than you trying to figure out what's going on.
Okay. I even do that with my phone. I'm like, IT person, can you help me just
Yeah,
get
that's
this
it.
working?
That's basically it. A lot of people, look, 99% of my connections will just ring me up and go, do I get the new iPhone this month? And we have this half-hour conversation about do they need it or not. And 9 times out of 10, I never sell them a phone because they don't need one. So, but then they ring me up the next year and they say, yes, this year you can upgrade. So that's what I like to do. I give honest advice, and sometimes it saves you a fortune, and sometimes you got to spend a fortune depending on what you want to try to achieve.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. That does clear it up a bit.
No
I
worries.
always mix the two together. So I know that Mel does websites and all that sort of thing. But the actual difference is that you do a lot more to do with the hardware and setting up all that sort of hard stuff.
That's right. So when I learned to code, back when I was 16 years of age, I learned to write code. I wrote a lotto program and my dad won $10,000. But I wasn't creating it. I don't have creative thinking. So I could probably code a website, but I couldn't design it because I don't have that creative flair to figure out what it's supposed to look like. So I gave coding away and said hardware was easier.
Well done. Okay, thank you. I'll look you up on LinkedIn.
Yep.
And just speaking of hardware, I've got a Microsoft Surface Book 3. I've got the AMD graphics card. I've been playing Fallout 4 in 60 frames a second. It's been awesome. So there you go. Great hardware I've got here, Alexander. So there you go. No, pressure. Open mic. I was going to say we're going to wind up soon. So if you want to say something, now is your time to say it. So hot mic, go for it, friends.
Can I give a hot mic tip? Hopefully it's of use to somebody. I think with networking, if we can also kind of express like who would like to be connected to, and then once you plant that out to your network, and hopefully you make a good impression in the first place, then they're more likely to think about, okay, I think Mei Chang is looking for this person. I happen to be in my network that knows that, just exactly what Ed was doing. So if we could perhaps then think about, in our next network meeting, about people we like to be connected to, our ideal, not maybe even ideal customers sometimes, right? Or ideal partners who work in that same space as the referral. How wonderful. It's not just a way to connect, but a way to then build relationships.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome. All right. Hot mic, anyone? Final round. This is we'll wind up shortly, but if you want to say something, now is your time to say it.
Well, I'm going to make use of Mei Chang's hot mic tip. I'm going to be the first to say it. But I'm a holistic counsellor, psychic, clairvoyant, coach. It's all sort of wrapped into one. But if you know anyone who's looking for readings and guidance, I've been doing it for about 25 years. I work in the holistic field, so I do energy work, anything really spiritual based. But if you know any like-minded people who need to be connected to someone, I guess like myself, I do have a lot of connections in the industry. So yeah, please connect with me. And I actually work at the Gnostic shop in Woy Woy when the shop's actually open. So yes, I'm connected to a lot of people. So please feel free to reach out. And thanks, Mei Chang, for the hot mic tip.
Next time I'm up the Central Coast, I'll come and have a reading, Nanette.
Awesome. All right, last round, everyone. Last hot mic round. Going once. Going twice. So that brings us to the end. So thank you, everyone. Now, just before you all go, our next event is Thursday, 8 p.m. Sydney time, being tomorrow night. If you want to come, please come. Book it on Meetup. And just let you know, our Zooms all use the same link. So of the link you've used for our Zoom, if you keep that, that'll be your shortcut to get into all our meetings. So that's our private Zoom link. So please keep that. The other thing to mention as well is we usually finish our meetings on a closing thought. And today, for our closing thoughts, I don't know what it is, but Mel's just been standing out to me. Like Mel's in the center of my PC screen right now. Mel Dan Veneta. So I thought if Mel's around, we can give Mel the closing. Who thinks Mel should give the closing thoughts? I think, yep, closing thoughts to Mel. Mel's in the center of my PC screen. So Mel, can you give us a closing thought just to keep us all, give us a red pill just to keep us all thinking over the next week or two? What have you got for us, Mel?
You almost got the name right too, Ed.
Is it Dan Veneta? How do you say it?
Van Deventer.
Oh, sorry. I murdered your name. I'm sorry.
It's all good. It happens. Trust me, that was better than the last surname I used to have. So it's always good. I think my little kind of like tidbit of information, especially for everyone here as business owners or working within the networking space, is really just to have a lot of compassion over the next few weeks as those of us who come out of lockdown, for the double vaccinated, for the others who are staying in lockdown in New South Wales till December 1st, Melbourne, obviously, and all around the country, whether you're in and out of lockdown, just really carrying with you a lot of compassion in the work that you're doing and the interactions that you're having. So this is going to be a high anxiety time for a lot of people, whether they're vaccinated or not, to be coming into contact. And as Edward said, going into the city and actually being surrounded by people again is going to be such a big shift. So taking some time out for yourself each morning or just somewhere during the day, doesn't have to be long, even just a few minutes to kind of recenter and take a few deep breaths and just to focus on what really matters. I think that'd be lovely. And that's my closing thought. There you go.
Oh, beautiful. Round of applause to Mel. Round of applause to you. Thank you for coming, everyone. Please unmute. Let's give a thunderous round of applause to close our day. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. See you guys.